I exist sometimes. Hi. I need to start TikTok, but we will get into this immediately. So I am going to try and do this as fast as I can and burn through this quick to try and get as many of these built as possible in 2 hours or so. If I can get five, I'll get five. But I am going to do a couple things. I do exist, Cody. I'm also taking volunteers to participate for later. Might be today, might be tomorrow, something like that. For Magic the Gathering. So we'll start with the deck I know the best so I can have the most amount of time, which is Dinosaurs. So we're going to look at Calamax for the deck tech stuff. So we're going to be building decks as fast as we can, trying about 30 minutes for each one. And all four decks are going to be available to be chosen from, if not five or six. And people are going to, so when I have enough people, we're going to choose the decks and we're going to have a commander night online from the quick built decks. So, yeah. So I am taking volunteers for this shit. So I will need all the help I can get. I need actual people to participate. What is this? So, uh, spell copying, spell singing, Calamax is what we're looking at here. So reverberates. We're gonna want control so we can copy multiples. We want Ral. Uh, my keyboard just stopped. What the fuck? Okay, everything just like fucked up all of a sudden. Everything just like reset, basically. All of my USB hubs just reset. I can be heard. Holy shit, I'm loud. Hi Larry. Uh, is all my audio normal? Seems like it. No worries. It works. So what we want to do though is we're doing the deck thing, Lyra, about Magic the Gathering. We're gonna try and figure out some stuff to do here. We want to thank you for likes, by the way, on TikTok. We're doing some stuff. We're gonna build them as fast as we can. You've participated in one of these before, Lyra. I know that. I think. And I'm looking at doing it again. Dualcaster Mage. We'll want Gutter Snipe. Firebrand Archer. Kurakasha Mage. I don't know how to spell it. Coruscation Mage. Oh, that was the token. Coruscation Mage. There. Actual thing isn't here. Yeah. We'll want a Young Pyromancer so we can have a board state. Birds of Paradise, always kind of great, honestly. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. I am doing quick builds for everyone who's participating. Uh, I can change the ones that I picked out for whomever if they want to call a slot and participate, but first other spell other than Alana your cast this turn, you may have target opponent draw a card. Copy that. So I want Lania. Division Storm, because we're doing Calamax. I have a body bag. Merge inside. Says. So you want to do some funky shit. What else do we need? I can't fucking type today. Sad Robot always goes in the deck. Stalker Tribe Elder needs to be in the deck. From here, we'll also want lightning bolts. We will also want to do storm stuff, so we'll want grape shot in here, as well as some other stuff, probably. First things first, though. Impulse. Let's see what else. We do want a negate. We want counterspell. Offer you can't refuse. To Inferno. So you want to duplicate stuff. What else do we need in here? What else core shit do we need in here? That's the real question. Special card, spell, activate, return the favor might be the option. Yes. That is technically can be a counter spell. Braid, probably, so we can have a little bit of artifact control. So we want rampant growth. We'll want cultivates, nature's lore. Let's see. What else do we want? Show me for an insert card. Solve the equation. We have choose. We want blasphemous act. What else do we need? What else? Some of the basic stuff before I do anything else. Lightning. Oh, actually, I want swift boots. Because we want to be able to target our own Calamax for it, so we don't want swift footies. We don't want lightning, we want swift foots. From here, we also want... What do we cast first card for another? 1,000 Year Storm would be funny if we can get there eventually. Alright, Fire Inscription. So we'll be doing spells and cantrips. Wild Growth is probably a decent ramp package add-on. Sorcerer class. Battlefield, draw 2 cards, and discard 2 cards. Turns everything into a mana dork. Sorcerer class, pretty decent, I think. Especially with only a 2 mana input, gets to level 2. Alright, from here, we need to add some other stuff. Rock Cracking Grid is need to be in here as well. Because then we can get the load counters, and if we storm hard enough, we can give everything we have storm, and then from there onwards, it is just a infinite win time. Alright. Cast insert source spells, copy, we choose. Copy it. Chandra Hope's Beacon is good. Hope's Beacon. There we go. So we have 7 copiers currently. Some are multiple standard copiers, others are whatever. Calamax is also a copier, so we have a copy engine there. I think we'll be good on copying stuff. From here, we need to worry about getting enough draw. I think we'll have enough ramp. We have 1 tutor so far, some token creation. We need to worry about draw, and... Oh, why am I typing in there? I'm kind of crazy today. Rogue's Passage, because we can win off commander's damage. Cool. Glad I am there. Seiju. Arawara. Arawara. Scar card, draw card, don't care. Yavimaya. Yavimaya. Cradle of Growth is fine. I want... Talisman of Creativity and Talisman of Curiosity. Thought Vessel goes in. We need a Thought Vessel in here so we can have other things. What other thing do we need in here? Talisman of Impulse. This is gonna be a burn deck, so we're fine from there. Alright, so we have our base stuff, and we have a couple lands that have been added in. So we have 5 lands that are probably going to stay in. Our ramp package is pretty significant for this type of deck. So we need to worry about draw, though. So we're going to be looking at mostly instant sorceries from here on out. Actually, Metamorphose is actually really good in this deck, because we can copy it with Calymax as our first instant sorcery spell, gain 2 mana, draw 2 cards for, like, nothing. That's actually pretty sexy. Copy the spell twice, and so you may choose new turns for the copies. Increasing Vengeance would actually be a decent one. We need draw, though. Control, deal damage, equals power. We need draw. 4 cards you later, put a land card from the month with the card. Don't. Twin Cast might be nice, but we have enough copy stuff, I think. Nature's Charm. Nature's Claim, not Nature's Charm. I can't think. Nature's Claim, Strawberry for basic land, don't need that. Return of the Wild Speaker. I think we'll be okay with there. Scry 2, draw 2 cards, suppose kick, and you put a land card from Joint Exploration might be good. Joint Exploration's probably fine. Draw 2 cards, you put a land card from Eureka's a little expensive for what we want to do. Unleash Fury is probably a decent one because we can double Calymax and double them again. And we'll get there. Then Sacrifice lands for 2 basic lands with them. Not what we're looking for. We need Electrostatic Infantry. I forgot about that. We also need the one that is... we need some more creatures. We need the one that does... an exile and a graveyard. Don't need that. For each color among cards, you can draw element of that color. I need... Gain Rock Cube, return an instant card random from your graveyard to your hands. Exalted. That's... I've never seen that card be used before. Which is kind of crazy. It's expensive, too. Also adds a little bit of burn, but that's not what we're looking for. We need... Pinnacle Monk is fine. Pinnacle Monk should be in here as well. So we need about, I don't know, 10 more cards max to be able to put in this deck. So most of them are going to be draw. Goblin. Anarchomancer. Reduce the cost of some spells. Thank you for the follow. Thunderclap. Thunderclap Drake should be fine. Whenever you spell a common cause you control counters the spell, you may draw a card. Barrel is probably different. Good enough. Chief of Compliance. What is it? We have some pretty decent setup for this in this deck right now. We need more draw, though. We need a lot more draw. To brainstorm. What else do we need? Goblin Electromancer, Goblin Electromancer. Okay. Everything else here is going to be draw, though. Everything else, every other card that goes into this deck is going to be draw. So we got 9 more cards-ish that we can put in here. And all of them are going to be draw. Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral is both. We need a little more. What I want to see is categories. I want to see type. So we have 16 creatures, 4 enchantments, lands, 17 instants, 7 sorceries, 3 planeswalkers, 7 artifacts. I think we'll be fine currently for creatures and having a board presence. I would love to have more copy abilities, but we need to have a bunch of draw in this deck. Otherwise, we are going to be fucked in the A. So we need to find something. Okay, one more. Snapcaster. Snapcaster is the last one. Alright, from here on out, it is just all going to be stuff. Copy target instant sorcery, explosion, new cards, no. Increasing inventory to that, Comet Storm. I mean, Comet Storm is like a win condition. I have put it in so many like spell decks like this. Try target artifact, can generate, create a 1/1, X card of expanded value, not what I'm looking for. Top 4 cards in the library, put them in your hand, one of the bottom library in any order. Impulse. So, demand answers, additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact to discard a card, draw 2 cards. Man, answers is much better when it's copied. So you don't cast. So you don't cast when you copy it. So you just draw 2 cards. So you'll draw 4, discard 1 is what you'll do, which is really good. 5 of these cards are lands already. Can't block this turn. Triggers control. Temur Charm allows us to get through on crazy shit. What else do we need? It's each turn with Calamax, so we can get a lot of stuff. So we were looking to do a ton of cantrips. Consider is probably a decent one to do here. Heroic Intervention. Probably a good one to have anti-thing. Choose one, trigger spell, or really... Untimely Malfunction's probably a decent one also to have. I still need 2 more card draws. I need more draw. Shield for basic, don't care. Ruin, don't care. Grape Shot, Ponder. Features just recording error again. Flashback. Cost equals to mana cost. And a turn. Preordain. Probably decent. I need a little bit more draw. I need just a little more draw. Just a little more draw. Because I don't have enough draw. So I have all these are guaranteed set to do draw, and then so I need counter. Function, Young Pyromancer, Pyromancer, Ramp. I have a lot of stuff in Ramp section. Chantel on a turn. I think I'm fine. Let's do what's similar to demand answers. I need something like that. Reckless Impulse. Is that what I'm looking for? Let's take a look at it. Reckless Impulse. Exile up to 2 cards from your library until the end of next turn. And play those cards. Yeah, that's until the end of your next turn. That's pretty decent. I need Seize the Spoils is good. I can't type. Seize the Spoils. I'll do Seize the Spoils over Impulse, I think. Actually consider. Over consider. Sacrifice an artifact. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Tormenting Voice is another one. Okay. From here, I think we're pretty set. I'll have 34 lands, 35 with MDFCs. From here, we're doing lands for Calamax, and then we'll have the first one done in about 20 minutes total, which I think is a pretty sweet deal. You want Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Slant, tap, add one mana card, tap on tap, don't care. Don't care, don't care. Where is it? Stomping Grounds. We can search for that. Breeding Pool. Training Center. We should be able to get 3 of these. So Training Center, Rejuvenating Spring. And then... where are you? Where is it? Scalding Tarn. Misty Rainforest. Wooded Foothills, maybe. Wooded Foothills is fine. Spire Garden. There's the other one. Spire Garden. What else we want? Evolving Wilds. We have a couple. Let's search now. Temple of Abandon. We'll want the Scrylands in here. Just we want to control what's going on the top of our deck here a little bit. Temple of Mystery. Temple of Epiphany. That's the 3 Scrylands I need. From here, Cascade Bluff, pretty decent for what we need to do. Black Grove, decent for what we need to do. River Glide Pathway. What else? Red Crown. And then the other 11 are going to be other manas. Alright. So we're low on red production, so we're going to need the most in mountains. Mountain, forests, and then island. Alright. Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Island. I want 3. Oh god, it's lagging a little bit. 3, 6, 5. I think that should be enough. The balance is still overweighted in green, which is a little annoying. I can drop Yavimaya. I don't really need that to do what I need to do. I might be underutilizing red, which is slightly annoying. That's also why I have the 3 searchers, so we can get those. There's 2 searchers for specifically red, and then most of these are land cards. This one's a forest card. Nature's Lord's Forest. Farseek is Plains, Island, Swamp, or Mountain. Cultivate is lands. Birds there. Bird spirits. I think Calamex is done. He has a bunch of 2-card infinites. And specific conditions are not usually with other cards. Potential, but that's not what I'm doing. Estimating it is a bracket 2. We'll set it to 2. And if everything ends up being a 2, we will go from there. Alrighty. Thank you for the follow. And likes. Next up, do I want to do... So I was looking at possibly doing Rowan Sign of War, Alayla Provocateur, and Zaxara. Oh boy. Possibly. I've done Zaxara before, but I might want to try it as a little better. But I'm also looking at, like, doing something different. I want to try... I need to do something. I've done Zaxara before. I won't do Zaxara. Frick frack. Menace. Exile that one non-orc. Area created in the sky. That card exits to the... Actually... Shelob might be... Shelob would be a cool one to do. I think I'm going to do Shelob. I am going to do a Shelob deck here. Shelob's going to be one of the 4 decks. Hey, what's up? Soul Ring. Signets. Alright, from here, I need to figure out what I need to do exactly. So how do I want to run this? So Shelob, Ward, Death Touch. Doing pretty decent. I am fueled on energy drinks and Magic the Gathering right now, and omelets. I'm building 4 decks. I need to change the name of this, though. It's not Zaxara anymore. It's Shelob. Save changes. Building 4 decks in 2 hours if I can, and I am going to do some funky shit. Another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies. Create a token that's a copy of that creature. Yes, so I'm doing spiders here for her. It's gonna be funky. So obviously we need a Rasta. Spiders aren't the greatest, but we're gonna do spiders. Yes, and then I'm gonna have some people participate and they'll pick their decks. I will take the last deck and we will have a fun time. There are 4 more types of 1 cards in the graveyard. Create, yeah. Twin Silk Spider. Fine, that's good. Penumbra Spectre. Another good one. Okay. Guess we're doing tokens. Yes. Guess we're doing tokens. I guess that tracks, honestly. Because damage equal to its power to target creature with flying and opponent controls. Champ player, guys. Champ player. Whenever a non-token creature champ player control dies, exile it and you create a. Ooh. Curse of Clinging Webs. This is gonna be food as well. Yes, Shelob and Shelob work together. Loth is good. Spider Queen. Recluse. That's fine, because we want some lower stuff, cost stuff. Finn would be so mean. Twitching Doll goes in though, 100%. Deals combat damage creature poo. Ooh, Obelisk Spider is funny. Obelisk Spider is really funny. Whenever another time in you die, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with the card into your hand, rest in your library. Ooh, that's I need a Mirkwood Spider though. Spitter of Souls. Pseudo searching for a creature. Mix Weaver, beginning of upkeep, mill 2 cards. Palm Reader, Changeling, is relevant to battlefield. Just creature type, and look at the top card of your library in time. Realm Walker is actually pretty decent for this deck, especially considering we're gonna need to do that. Surveil, Peregrine Took. 1 more tokens, we're gonna those tokens plus additional food. Yes, Peregrine Took. We're making a bunch of spiders. While we're in here, we want what's her name? Fuck, what's her name? Choose the battle for attacks may collect evidence 4, create 2. I don't know what evidence is off the top of my head, I can't remember. You don't mind me. Since we're in here, we're also going to do, since we're doing token stuff, we are going to put in Doubling Season. It's just a generalistic card that we need to hear, which should be interesting to do a little bit. Beginning of your end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures you had enter the battlefield under control this turn. Sacrifice a food token creature gains indestructible. Yo, Master Chef is actually pretty decent for this. Academy Manufacturer, so we can get extra tokens. I will do Blex. Vaccine Pest. Swarm Weaver, create 2, 1 Black Spider creature, insect tokens. As long as there are 4 more card types and creatures, insects and spiders you control. Swarm Weaver will be fine. Scourge into the battlefield, create a food token, sacrifice food token, put a 1 target creature active, lose a sacrifice food, draw a card, and lose 1 life. Greta Sweet Tooth might be actually good. We'll do Mirkwood because we're doing things. Mage, Fairing Card, Greyfisher's decent. Aha, Jaheira, here we go. We're making random bullshit go. So we need Jaheira. Okay. Spell ability opponent controls, you may draw a card. That's what I want. Whenever creature control Death Touch, deals combat damage play with that. Just trying to find it. I need something. I need spider creation. I need more spider creation. Your opponent controls, you may pay 1. If you return the card to the battlefield tapped under control, it's a treasure artifact. Yes, Vraska. I want Vraska the Silencer. Vraska the Silencer goes in the deck. Stalker Tribe Elder. Well, not Trike, but you know what I mean. I want waffle fries. Okay, let's get the ramp package going again. So we're at 6 cards with ramp currently. We need some more though. So we want ramping growth. We'll want Kodamas. I think Kodamas Reach is fine. Nature's Lures. Another card we want. Farseek. I think we actually want 3 bits in this. 3 bits is what we want first. Spider Food is actually an interesting one to do. So it gives us food tokens. We want those food tokens for Jaheira. Want Harmonize. Sign in Blood is also a good one to do for draw. It's only Bridge Works Battle. Might be a decent one to do. Kindred Dominance is really funny. Because it's gonna be spiders, and spiders are just gonna go bleh. Stormbear Massacre. Create 2 green squelch, and then each creature that isn't an insect, rat, spider, squirrel gets to end a turn for each creature you control that's an insect, rat, or spider. Ooh, Swarmyard is actually insane on this. For this. That's actually kind of crazy. So we're gonna have spiders, and we're just gonna have a ton of spiders. And then Heroic Intervention. As always. Since we are so stuck on one character, we are gonna want... Tenyo Safekeeping is actually gonna be nice for us. Because it's gonna help keep Shelob and other things alive. We're currently at 40 with 0 lands. We have 6 removal, 11 ramp. We'll probably want more lands at some point. Deadly Dispute, probably this one. Mostly because it's 2 cards, treasure, that's fine. Token you control, create tokens, copy that permanent. I mean, that'd be interesting, but it's a win more card. For all combat damage will be dealt to you in creature's turn. Target creature gains then turn all creatures your opponent controller able to block the creature this turn do so. That could actually be a win. And then we assign combat damage after that. Gains that such as create a food token. I mean, Shelob's Ambush might actually be a decent card in this specific deck, in this specific instance. Return of the Wild Speaker. What else we want? Target creature can just go and equip this power to target creature. I don't know. Assassin's Trophy. Assassin's Trophy, come on. There it goes. Creature. What I need right now is I need to swap this and whatever the types here. I'm looking at 21 creatures. I have 2 enchants, which is kind of low for me, actually. 7 instants, 11 sorcery, so we need to look at artifacts and other things. So let's go to categories. Let's go to utility or... Wow. Let's do reanimate. We'll want the reanimate in the deck. We'll do a damnation. This is going to be a controlling deck. Culling Ritual will actually be insane for us. So we'll get a bunch of mana from that. We want Swiftfoot. Herald's Horn is pretty decent for us, I guess. Herald, not Herald. I am crazy today, apparently. Great Henge. If I put this in, we'll have an infinite. She's a good showing, I spell. I mean, Matsquid Nexus is probably going to be good in this deck, specifically. Rodus Monument is going to be funny. I think it would be funny, but I don't want to put it in here, I don't think. Mithril Code is going to be one. We'll want, Hunter's Bow is a very specific tech card. Tribute to the World Tree would be interesting. You know what? Fuck it. Tribute to the World Tree. Phyrexian Arena. Wild Growth. We'll want some little more package for draw. That. Hunter's Talent. No, we want the other talent. Death Touch deals damage to a player, Planeswalker, put +1/+1 counter. Oh, Vraska. Swarm Eminence. You want Golgari Queen, sacrifice another permanent, you gain destroy a target on them permanent, gain them with whenever creature that deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. That's a little scary. Main artifacts. What else main artifacts do we need? Patchwork Banner. Benoir Stone is fine. And then Talisman Resilience. I think we have enough ramp. We're at 61. We have 14 draw. We have one. We need a little more drain, I think. So in creatures, for number of spiders we have is like very low, actually, weirdly. We want this to be a little bit more of a creature heavier deck. So I think the last 4 or 5 cards are all going to be spiders. Specifically, just target legendary creature gonna get out of that. Nyx Weaver, do we have Nyx Weaver? I can't remember. No, we do not. That's an interesting card, though. I mean, why am I typing in there? I need it in here. Weaver gets us cards. Brood Spinner. Need a little bit more spider. We need more spider. Interesting. Treetop Snare Spinner, what are you? Think you'll be okay to put in, and then on one more. What is my mana curve currently looking at? We're doing a decent mana curve, actually, which is kind of crazy for me, actually. Copper long legs, I think is gonna be an answer. Maybe? You know what? No, we need blood artists. We'll put blood artists in here. Alright, 65. And from here, we are doing land stuff. So let's go to the utility lands. We'll want Swarm Yard. So we want some protection on our spiders. Swarm Yard, one of the Bojuka box. We are in black. We do want Yavimaya. Did I just add the wrong Yavimaya? Am I stupid? Yeah. Yavimaya. Cradle of Growth. The Shire will give us mana, so we can start doing that. Urborg to Yawgmoth. That, we want a Reliquary Tower. Future City. Cavernous Souls. Because we are doing a theme deck. Rogue's Passage, so creatures can't be blocked. Restless Cottage. And we'll do Boseiju. Boseiju Who Endures. Gingerbread is actually interesting. Ball Coffers. Grim Backwoods is going to be an outlet, I guess. That'd be an easy one to have. Abandoned Mire. Do that. So the channel ability. Castle Garenbrig. Let's see. I think that's what we need. I think we'll be good from there. From lands, we need Fan Tower, Path of Ancestry, and I think Temple of Malady, Expect the Scry. What else we want? Undergrowth Stadium. Overgrown Tomb. We'll do an Evolve Ones just so we can search for stuff. Exotic Orchard. Highlight Mire. Darkboard Pathway. What else? Surveil. Don't think there's anything else. I think from here it is just checking. I need Swamp and Forest. I think it's 6/4 is the answer. I think it's 4 forests, 6 swamps. I think that's the answer. No, swamps need a little more. Less. Forest needs more. That's pretty fucking close. Cool. Alright. So the balance is pretty close here. Let's take a look at what this says. It says bracket core 2, so we'll set this to 2. Cool. Nothing crazy. This deck is just straight up fair magic, basically. Feature deck, straight up magic. Alright. Straight fair magic. Whew. One more. One more. One more. One more. One more. Okay. Back to the top commanders. We have 2 decks built of V4. We're less than an hour in. If I can get to a 5th deck, I'd love that. Just so we have extra options. Alright. I want to do a Layla. Maybe. Thing is, this is tokens and spiders and taking their tokens. Oh, what's the dinosaur card? Artifacts, R77 dinosaurs. Seven dinosaurs. Oh god, what the fuck is happening? Oh god, why is it lagging so much? What the hell? Oh, everything just froze. Interesting. Windows is fine. It's just Opera who's dying. To what is going on? There's a network error happening. What the hell? Am I getting disconnected anywhere? No. Oh, everything just got back up. Cool. Everything just caught back up. Alright, let's refresh the page, get everything. Displaced dinosaurs, that's the card. So we want this in the deck specifically because it's really fucking good. So we need to remove a 1 card for displaced dinosaurs. And I think... I think it's Hunter's Bow. Hunter's Bow is the weakest card in the deck. Cool. Displaced Dinosaurs is a win-more card, but with Shelob out, and yeah. So this deck, hard ramp, do stuff, summon shit out. Do some big spells to win. You have a couple board wipes in this deck. We have 36 lands at the MDFCs. We have Bridgeworks for the MDFC. Vraska plus Displaced Dinosaurs just turns everything into fucking 7/7s. Gives you a massive board very quickly. All right. Whew. All right. So we have a token deck. I'm gonna use the restroom really quickly. I will be back in a second. Alright, I am returning. I'm back from bathroom. Alright, what else? Okay, Layla was looking at, she's a token deck, and we already have a token deck with Shelob. So we have a spell deck with Calamax, we have a token deck with Shelob. So we don't want to do a Layla Cunning Conquer anymore. Or, not Cunning Conquer, Provocateur. Because she's a token deck. I'm looking at maybe an enchantment deck. Enchantment deck might be nice. I absolutely hate them to play against them, but I mean, it's basically what I need to do. I'm just going to choose one that isn't. I want to find a good one. Come on your turn, another human enter battlefield on your turn, create 2 human no. That's just straight burn. I mean, we could do a graveyard deck with Deval. We could build a graveyard deck. Could build a graveyard deck. Uh. That's last John. I mean. I don't know what to do here. That's the problem. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for this. I am going crazy now because I didn't think this through. Because I started swapping stuff around. Does he kind of just play like a top card? I mean, Gonti would be pretty funny, but then we have a lot of overlap of color. I want to try and stay away from doing another green deck. Because we have 2 greens already. So I don't want to have like 3 green. Which is kind of hard to do with Graveyard, honestly, because it's Golgari really likes Graveyard stuff. Um. Oh, I could do an equipment deck actually. Sir Gwyn, we will do an equipment deck. I haven't ever made an equipment deck. Uh, there was another. Actually, let me go into here. Set Bloomborough view. Images, sort by price, search. Where are they? Maple of Cragflame was another one I was looking at. Maple Air of Cragflame. But there was another one in here. I was like sure of it. Target spell for the first time. What was I thinking of? Wait, why am I doing it by price? When I could just do color. So here's white. They're not monocolored. So we're going to the bottom. Our green and bluebird down to the bottom. Okay. Here we go. Castrel, Mindrill, Worry Bats. Was in Vren. I guess. Where are you? Doing a black-white bat deck might be fun. Uh, is it Mabel? Is it Mabel? Or to Crag Flame? Other mice control I'll get. I mean, that'd be a mouse deck, not a equipment deck. I thought there was an equipment. Guess there wasn't one. So we'll do Sir Gwyn. Sir Gwyn. Look at this one. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet. And then we'll do equipment. We're doing that. Okay, and then we can equip Knights with 0. Rat Knights? Oh my god. During turn, Freya Crescent has flying? That's... Oh, it's Final Fantasy. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, do we have access? We don't have access to them. We do if we're doing it on untap. Fuck it. Freya Crescent's going in the deck. Dragonfire Blade will be interesting to do. Whom could you control? Have haste or 9 token equipment you control enters create a token that's copy next to has score 6. Abilities cost 2 less to activate. So first in the beginning of the next. Beard and Wild Rose is probably what we're gonna do. Colossus Hammer is gonna be funny. Danitha, Caption. She brings cost down is lower. Equip Knights is 0 though, so it doesn't really matter too much. We have an Exemplar means you have to deal with them first. And so that when you control you may draw a card. Pure Steel, Paladin, good one. Awesome. Shiny control, don't care. Top 6 starting, put an aura equipment. Armored, Sky Hunter. Cool. Oh, you may put an aura card from your hand in the graveyard. Attached to. Ooh, that's good. Danitha. Benalis Hope is good. Sigarda's Aid is what we're gonna want. SRAM. Sweet Artificer. Alright. So on Switchfoot. Swords to Plowshares. Sword of Animist. End of the White Orchard. Open the Armory. Knight's Charge. That's actually going to be pretty interesting for this deck specifically. It's only good in this deck. Each attacking creature you control. Ooh. Embercleave is interesting. I like it. For another night, look at top of your library, you may have a Knight Orange, come in a legendary card and put it into your hand for the rest of the bottom. Plain Contender makes this a lot more simple. Alright, I'm gonna put this into categories we have an idea what we're doing. If this ends up being 3, I will add Game Changers to all the decks, if any of them end up being 3s. But for now, Inspiring Veteran. Let me check Discord, make sure I'm not getting pinged anywhere. Good. Oh, excuse me. Murderous Rider. It gives us a quick kill. Type player with one or more equipped creatures, draw a card. Fury, Fearless Voyager. Gives us to draw Mary. First strike as long as equipped. When we attack with Mary, another legendary creature, draw a card. Yes. Squat Rohan. Who else do we want? Should that be free equipment card? Reveal it. Stoneforge Mystic. This deck is going to be a lot more consistent than other ones. I was going to build Balin the Wandering Knight one day. I'll put Balin in here. Touch our equipment, control the Balin. 2 mana, do that is insane. But he's also a knight, so I can just equip everything to him anyways. But the fact is that's instant speed, which gives us the option. Have double strike at the beginning of each combat. I think Halvar God of Battle is the option here. Yes, maybe. Damage to non-permanent can prevent the damage. Spell deal damage to opponent permanent to that much damage plus 1. Rem is funny. Rem is funny. Rem is funny, so we'll put him in the deck. Who else? So player lost for life, plus 1 counter. I mean, that's interesting, but it's not very. You gain X life for X number of knights control. That's gonna be interesting, so we're gonna have that. How do I get the display at the bottom? In vertical. It took a little finagling to do all that type of stuff. Because I can't pull it all the way down. If you're on the PC option, you can actually, there's an option to fully edit and where you can move everything around, including where the chat boxes show up and like where all the follower goals and stuff stand as well. That is how you do it. Exactly. Hold on. I can actually just show you real quick. Boop. So this button right here that says edit, that's the button to do it. I can then move it all. Yeah, that button right there. All right. Attacks all other creatures you control until another red attacking creature you control control and tap each other white attacking creature you control. Cool. You're interesting. You'll go in the deck. Strike Force is interesting. Cool. Alright, so we got 32 cards. Some are just creatures because they don't have labels. Type. So we have 20 creatures currently, so no worries. From here, we want to put in artifacts, or at least some artifacts. So, and by that, I mean we are going to put in fuckloads of artifacts, because this is a weapons deck. Sword of Vengeance is funny. Sun Forager, always funny. Sword of Feast and Famine. Decent. Circle Away, cast Seeds for Nights. You can do whenever you cast Legendary Spell, create away. Circle Floats is interesting. Sort of Path and Home. What else do I want? Mithril Coat. Excalibur needs to be in the deck. Leyline Axe. This will be a Leyline Sword. Vorpal Sword. I don't want to add too many Sword ofs to the deck. So then that could end up making him unkillable. And I know these decks are decently strong, especially at lower power levels, so I don't want to add too many of those. The Diamond Pick, and then Whisper Silk. I mean, it's interesting. Card from the top of your library, reveal creature, card that shares. Heirloom Blade. Gets us a card. Blacksmith Talents. Fortune the Tyranite Sword. Or for card name Halvar, God of Battle. I cannot type. Or equipment card. Gets us there. We'll put a Fire Axe Rune in here. Okay, so where are we at? We're at 49 cards currently. Categories. Eight draw. Ramp, Recursion, Pump, Protection, Tutors. We have 3 Tutors in this deck, which is crazy. I'll do a Court of Embereth. That's gonna be fun. Virtue of Loyalty, Wheat in the deck as well. Choose a creature type, sacrifice a creature that creatures you control gains triple until end of turn. Etchings of the Chosen. Decent card to go in the deck. We need more draw though. Nahiri Lithomancer. Nahiri. The Lithomancer will put you in the deck. Nahiri, Air. God, I can't type. Air the Ancients, right? Top 6 are the Raymondville Warrior. Equipment card from among them. Yes. Good. Alright. So from here, we need draw. So we'll go in the sorceries. Someone Blasphemous Act. We can also do Blasphemous Edict. Fuck. Goddamn. Dying coughing at her. Read the Bones. Signing Blood. Night's Whisper. Night's Whisper's good. Let's go back to Incense. Path to Exile. Path to Exile. Boros Charm. What else we want? Chaos Warp, because it is a red deck. 3 more cards. Stroke of Midnight. Bedevil. I want one other thing. Single combat. Because that's basically a one-sided board wipe. Alright. From here, we will do lands. Let's go to utility lands. As always. Rogue's Passage. I can't type, it's fine. X-Guard Armory. Just waiting for an aura. Yeah. X-Guard Armory would be interesting to have. Bajuka Box. We're black. Oh, Bokuja. Bajuka I type. I am typing terribly today. Reliquary Tower. I want minus turn, minus Trith. Urza Saga makes sense to put in this deck. It's a good item, but like it's I have enough. I think I can do 3 Tree City. It's the Lockwayne. Tomb of Yawgmoth. Command Beacon's actually gonna be useful in this deck, I think. Seed of the Empire will be good. See the channel ability. Jizo. That's Storehouse. Arena of Glory. So I don't want this deck to have like a ton of ramp. It's gonna be pretty strong anyway. Black, green. That shuts off an entire deck. I'm not actually gonna include that. Green, white, that's shuffled. Not a whole deck. Good. And instead, we will add... So I made a production ad. I need a lot more whites. Chromatic Lantern, I think, is actually going to be good in this deck. I think Patrick Banner is the answer to this deck. I am going to put Chromatic Lantern in and go slightly over budget for cards, but I think that's going to balance. Oh. Aether Spark should really be in this deck, but I don't want it to be. It'd just be too good. Command Tower. Warming Grounds. Path of Ancestry. Breathless Shrine. Secret Foundry. Exotic Orchard. Blood Crypt. What are we at? 86? Evolved. Evolving. I'm typing. Spectator, seating. Vault of Champions. Temple of Triumph. Luxury Suites. Temple of Silence. I think that's gonna be... I think that's gonna be it. Okay, 622 61721. Yeah, 721. Plains, mountain, swamp. Seven. I think that's gonna be good. I don't actually need a mountain, do I? Two swamps. One swamp. That's 100. What are the errors? Freya, oh yeah, they're not technically legal, but it's fine. Uh, you know what? I'll remove them just because. That does leave me with another land to do. Uh, what are the other courts? There's Court of Embereth, Court of Grace, Spirit. Don't want that one. Court of Lochwain. I'll do that. Court of Lochwain will have 2 courts of virtue. Hold on. Oops. Did I remove something from the deck? Redo. Oh yeah, mountain. Cool. I want to go to Skyfall. Not what I was looking for, but we'll do here, and then we'll look for what else is it? We are looking to do Leyline. So if Leyline asks, Creep tokens, Leyline binding. Now I'm looking for that counters with something entirely. I'll put Leyline of Hope in it, I think. I am doing good. How about yourself? Actually, Air to Frame. I haven't put a Mabel in the deck yet. I mean, actually, there's no use putting her in because there's no other mice. Leyline of Hope will be the answer then. Cool. That is the 3rd deck done. I have another 23. I have another 33 minutes. Awesome. So we have some. Okay. Alright. So this was going to be Roland Sign of War. But we already have the aggro deck. We have the Gwyn aggro deck with a Shelob that's a little more slower control growth deck. We have Calamex, which is spell singing deck. What deck do we need last? What is the last one we want to try and build? So we have tokens. We have all this stuff. 2 ideas. Oh shit, let me look. Runa Fading Light. Who's that? Hold on. Am I... The Fading Light. Has to turn target angel human card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Meld. Oh god, what the fuck happened to the fandom webpage? Is it broken? Meld's mechanic first round. One of the methods evoke Eldritch Horrors. Blah blah blah. How does Meld work? Meld is a transform into a flipping card to first say 2 separate cards that join together in a single bigger card. Isn't this just uh Yeah. So why do you want to run her melding? So we have one white. We only have one white. This would be a good thing to do, actually. Could you explain to me the whole idea behind the melding and what cards would go into melding? Because I don't know what you would do. Giselle together then play Bruna to recur? Own Giselle, creature name, Bruna the Fading Light, exile them, return the meltdown, Voice of Nightmares. Brisella, Voice of Nightmares. So we're doing like a graveyard recursion deck. So we're gonna do a reanimator graveyard deck. Alright, I was looking at doing that. That's perfect. This works for me. Mono white reanimator. Cool, we're doing this. What did this get rated as, by the way? I need to check. This is a bracket 3, which means I will be adding game changers to the other cards. Because I have 6 fucking tutors. So I need to make a note of that. So I need to put game changers in these. Give me a sec. Chilab. Game changers. We'll put tutors into her. So she's a 2. But inside creation of the flying equals the number of cards among card types in graveyard. That's a way to spell out. So let's get some game changers in this deck. Realm Walker will be out for a game changer. What is the breakdown of spots? We have 13 draw. We have You're the only available, so Nyx Weaver's going out too, and we'll put in 2 game changers into this deck. Both of them are going to be a tutor. So we'll do Demonic Tutor, and we'll do Vampiric Tutor to bring this up to a 3. And then Calamax, we need to up him to a 3 now. So we'll go to his game changers and we'll put those in. So he really does want like deflecting SWAT. So I am going to put off one of the. I'll take out negate for deflecting SWAT. Deflecting SWAT. And then I'm going to give him Rhystic Studies. Because he does not have enough draw. Return of the Wild Speaker and Mystic Studies kind of take up the same spot because it's expensive. We want to do cantrips anyways. So we'll put in Mystic Study in here to give him more consistent draw. So he's now a 3. All right, awesome. Okay, so he's up to a 3. So we are looking for 3s. So this is a 3, this is the 3, this is the 3. This is a 3 without a Game Changer. I do want to put a Game Changer into Gwyn really quickly, and then we will do... Because they have a ton of tutors. They're consistent, that's why. But if there's a decent one that would make sense, I'd put it in. Strike Force, where is... I have a bunch of protections. What else? I know there's a card I want to take out. If you have any specific cards you want inside of it, let me know. So I can put them in. I think Halvor is going to be dropped for it. And then we'll put in a single Game Changer for them. And it's going to be Teferi's Protection, I think, maybe. Yeah, Teferi's Protection. Alright. So I need Bruna Reanimator. Tap land and just tap. Return up to 2 artifacts or my cards from graveyard to your hands. That's pretty cool. Those are Final Fantasy, so I can't use those exactly. So Gisela goes into the deck. We're doing a Reanimator deck. The Broken Blade. Alright. So these two are going to be in there. Melds with Gisela the Broken Blade. Alright. And it is about to control you understand graveyard. That's expensive. First things first, let's get some Game Changers in here. Probably. Well, we'll do Game Changers last, actually. Protection from black. Karmic Guide might be interesting. Enter battlefield, target creature from graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah. God, I am. Karmic Guide. So we're doing Angels kind of thing. Giada, Font of Hope. If there's any specific cards you want, thank you for the follow, by the way. Sorry. Let's see. One Giada in here, because we want Angels. It's expensive. Perpetual 10-piece, mill 2 cards. That's good. Give me any information. Resurrection is funny. Oh, God. That is crazy. Battlefield, exile the 2 artifacts, achievements. Top cards. Swords to Plowshares. Path to Exile. Pearl Medallion. Avacyn. Avacyn. Avacyn goes in here. Generous Gift. Night of the White Orchid. Just want the ramp. Tap 4 and tap creatures. You may pay mana and tap 4 and tap creatures control play. Father run play. This spell's mana cost. Sephara Skyblade will be interesting. Elspeth Conquers Death. Elspeth, yeah. Planeswalker card from graveyard to the battlefield. Bring back the planeswalkers. Good job. Alright, Milliken. He'll mill stuff for us. He's a good boy. You may play land from a graveyard or cast permanent. Sarah Paragon will get us casting spells from the graveyard. Witch Enchanter. Shuffle for a land card, reveal, put it in your hand, then shuffle after only opponents control more lands than you. I mean, that's interesting to have, but... Loran is probably something decent we want to have in here. Want Solemn Simulacrum. Angel Finality. So we have a Bojuka Bog. What else do we need? Mother of Ruins is pretty strong. Should be in the deck. I think she's at least decently strong. One Burnished Heart in here, so we can get some stuff. Activating up. I don't want to go too hard into other stuff. Let's go back here. What other milled cards are there? Is there another mill card we can put into this deck? Probably not. Battle of Angels of Tyr. Yeah, it's a strong card. I have I have it, actually. I have this card, a physical copy of this card. It's in my trade binder, actually. Yeah, there are different colors. I don't want to go heavy into stacks. I just want to get this, like, Angels and Recursion. Cathar Commando. Extending me exile another star creature. Bishop of Wings, and an Angel enters battlefield victory for life. Wings. Let's do that. Beginning of your end step, return target creature card with amount of like X less to with X amount of life begin the turn. Yes. Celestine Living Saint. You will be getting us stuff. Who else? I'll put them over this turn, turn them back with tapped. Brought back. Stroke of Midnight's good. Dawn's Truce. Tajiri Shelter. Do that. Their Fortitude guarantees an extra turn. Put the white counterspell in the deck. What else do we need in here? Eerie Interlude would be really funny. Cleansing Nova. What else do we want? Starfall. Check card for my opponent. Yes. This caster. That's good. Wrath of God. So yeah, 35. We need some more life gain. We need life gain. We need draw. We need a lot of draw. We need draw and life gain. Let's go into the utility artifacts real quick. See if we can get stuff in here. So we do have some mill. There's other stuff that has mill. We have 7 ramp, 12 removal. You're very removal heavy. Collector's Vault. Actually. Petra. Your is good protection. You can bounce your ETB triggers. Bounce. Yeah, I know your is amazing, but like, leave their former opponents core. That's actually good. The Great Door will go in there. I spelled Eerie wrong. It's fine. Alright, so we need some more self-mill. Just want some self-mill. And we need some more... Want some more life gain as well. Esper Sentinel. We need some more life gain for you. Draw card, remember to cast a 6 of my turn, draw card. Mangara. Because he is countered, so that isn't too strong because it's countered by a couple things in each of the other decks. Because I don't want complete none of stacks. Need... What else do I need? You need their super turn trigger to... Is she in here already? Yes, she is. What else do I want? Even step. If you have 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 angel token. The Book of Exalted Deeds is interesting. On target angel games, you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Activate only as a sorcery. That's slightly annoying. It can only be done once, so I'll do that. Book of Exalted Deeds will be fine. They will be fine to have in there. Shadow Spear. Grindstone. I want Grindstone. That's a good one. Fuck, I forgot about that. Alright, Archangel Elspeth. One of her can ship on from Lion Christian lifting. Uh I want another Elspeth in here. Because I am a crazy person. Elspeth Resplendent, I think, is the answer. To... So we want more recursion. Training different rewards. Yeah. I need some more. Actually, let's see where we're at for type. So we have a bunch of creatures already. We're at 48. So we can add. We're looking to add more instants and sorceries. Is what we're looking at. Mostly sorceries. Maybe some more creatures. All right. What do we want to put in here? Beginning of each combat. Like, all angels are so expensive, though, is the problem. Just make you your end step, you feel this too much. Beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total. I mean, Angel of Destiny is a win con. I guess. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Possible, but it's just... I'll put it in. Okay. Where is it? Rebuff the Wicked. We'll do another one. That's 2 white counter spells in the deck. No one's gonna see it coming. So you don't actually have much draw, so we need... We'll do that one. Oblation will be a decent one to do. Give it a tap fish, you can alter them. If they give us some perms, there's nothing to about it. Parting Gust is interesting. It's interesting, not something I'm looking at. Dawn Charm, for all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. Regenerate target creature, counter trigger spell that targets you. 3 white counter spells in this deck. Crazy shit. Forsake the Worldly. You do have a decent chunk of recursion and mill. Oracle Text, mill. No result. Oh, fuck. Oracle Text. Okay, that's not correct. 'Cause I know you have mill here. Top 2 cards. Why is it not searching the correct Oracle Text? Whatever. White self metal. Let's see what this guy says. What this guy's built. God, there's like nothing. Oh, he went the Palantir. I almost forget about the. I always forget about Palantir. Palantir is amazing for what we want to do. Palantir goes in the deck. Do I have Daneth in the deck? No. Mesmeric Orb. It's another artifact, right? Yeah. Codex Shredder. Uh... Altar of what? That's the question. Currency Converter, actually a good one. Currency Converter, because then we're milling and discarding, because we want that. Alter Dementia. Okay, where did it put Alter Dementia? Did it put it under ramp? Where the fuck did it put it under? There it is. Sacrifice creature, target player puts power on top of their library and starting work. Yes, Alter Dementia good. Alter Dementia good. Can be a win con. If you let it be. Number of cards from your hand face down, put them many cards from the top of your hand. Give you a land tax. Angelic Renewal. So that'll give you a free bring back if you mill her fast enough if you have Angelic Renewal out. Human Monarch Court of Grace will be funny. Trouble in Pairs. Okay, so we have a decent chunk of mill. Just +1 instead. Alter Dimension is good. We need a little more mill, I think. Maybe. Let's get memory. Which just come into play. You may draw 2 cards if you do discard a card. Mask and Memory is an interesting one. It's an interesting one in this deck, at least. And then we'll want Crucible, because we're going to be dumping cards, because we want to play lands from our graveyard. Creature card that shares a creature type with a sacrifice creature for the max equal to 1 plus that creature's in. Pyre of Heroes can get you there faster. Alright. I think that should be good enough? Question mark. I think we should be good here. Alright, time to do lands. If you control some normal plans, you may return creature to the battlefield. And Myria is a good one. The Sky Ruin. Sanitarium will be fine. In terms of battlefield, gain life, whenever dangerous, just buff under control, gain life. We have a bunch of Seraph Sanctuary is fine to put in this stack. Nykthos might be a little strong for this. Ganjo. Seed of the Empire. Charmed Pendant, what's that? Hold on. Where'd that go? I am stupid. Hold on. Deck filter. Charmed. Color librarian to your graveyard for each color mana symbol and that kind of. It is not. Is it for mana? For each colored mana symbol that card's mana cost, add 1 mana that card to putting in mana pool plays ability only anytime you could play an instant. I guess that's fine. That's fine to be in there. Endless Horizons is also a funny card. Endless Horizons. Hold on. Once a place or show for any number of planes cards, remove them from the game. Then shuffle them at the beginning of upkeep. You may put a card from you. Whoa, you own to remove from the game. That is guaranteed ramp, and that makes that would make this deck way too consistent, I think. So I'm trying to make this game like somewhat balanced around each other. Let's see. Sanctum of Eternity. Van Beacon will actually be useful for you to pull back cards. What else? Thunderbolt Drain. For mana, choosing color, spend the mana only to cast monocolor spells. Interesting. Hourglass the Lost. Time counter. Extra counters from. Turn each on them, print a card with mana access from graveyard to the battlefield. That's interesting. Get your son, not what I'm looking for. Let's go back to lands here. Path of Ancestry. Cavern of Souls. Demolition Field. To be from the battlefield, you may search your library for planes carpeted in the library. From the battlefield, so it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm looking for. I think from here, it's literally just gonna be like 21 planes. Okay, what's to say it as that? Estimated at 2, which means now we can put game changers in. 2 game changers. Let's see. What do we want to put in here for white game changers? The Fury might be a good one. Take a Plains out and give you Smothering Tide. So you'll have 35 with MDFCs, 33, but you will have... I think you'll have enough to get there fast enough with Smothering Tide, especially if you're milling shit out of your ass. I'll give you Ancient Tomb. Take out a Plains, give you an Ancient Tomb. Things cost a lot for your deck. Alright. You need the ramp because you don't have a ton of ramp because I tried to balance it out with other stuff. Oh, never mind. You have a ton of ramp. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm fucking stupid. I'll give you Enlightened Tutor because you need tutors. Artifact or Enchantment, that helps you get to your game plan much faster. Alright, we have our fourth deck just after the time limit. Just at the time limit, actually. We're 1 minute past the time limit. And we finished the fourth deck. Two tutors, two game changers. You should be pretty set. And I did take a 2-minute bathroom break. So, I mean, if we're really counting it, I'm ahead of time by 1 minute. So we have 4 decks currently. I have time. I can make 1 more deck before I have to do other stuff, I think. Maybe 2 decks. Maybe 2 if I'm fast. So we have Shelob, Gwyn, Bruna. I need to change the name on this. Calamax. We have Calamax. So we have 4 decks currently. I think having a 5th would be a major benefit to people having options to pick from. So I'm going to do that. New deck. So I think you're going to take Bruna, I'm assuming, when you play and participate in this. Like 100% you're taking Bruna. I have looked at so the reason I'm assuming where I'm at for the power level of each of the 4 decks currently is because I'm pretty good at building decks that are all the same power. This is like the 4th or 5th time I've done something like this, where I've built things like this. And then I'm pretty consistent with my deck building, where things end up being about the same power level. So you should be pretty set. The one that I'm worried about most being too powerful is Gwyn. But with Bruna in here, with all the Bruna and Calamax with enough like counter spells and burn, they could probably deal with them. Especially with Shelob's destruction spells, they should be pretty good. So I am currently at 1 black, 2 black, 2 black, 2 white, 2 red, 2 green, 1 blue. So the next deck should be a blue in something deck. Blue and anything. I'm not going to do mono blue because that'd be... I'd want to shoot myself. I want to... The heli? This one, right? The Aether one? Maybe. We'll take a look. Maybe. Whenever you cast an artifact, well, she's the same color as Calamax is the problem, and I don't want to overlap in color type, like fully maxed copies. And she's also artifact token, so we have our tokens with Shelob already. And we have our artifacts with Gwyn. It'd be stepping on toes, because I want everyone to be feeling like they're doing something unique and something fun while they're playing these. So Saheeli would step on the toes of the other 2 decks. 3 decks, technically. I mean, she is an energy commander, which would be interesting to do. But yeah. So the whole point of this is to have some fun with us. So I need to find something that doesn't step on the toes too much of the other decks, as well as doesn't, like, can be built to a level where it can be facing the other ones. I mean, I could Brago Flicker deck. That'd be... Brago Flicker... You know what? Brago flickering with Enter the Dungeon. What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no to Brago Flicker? Create a tapped and attacking token that's copy of up to one of the creatures agree that to energy. No. What do you mean, no? Ooh, what are you? Phyrexian tokens, interesting. I could do a thief deck. Thief deck wouldn't be the worst thing to do. Thefts. Don't own. Don Andreas might actually be the answer. Pirate theft. Playing the other decks. Stealing their creatures. Or I could do something funny and build what are they called? They're from Scooby-Doo. The Hex Girls. The Sand Triplets. The Hex Girls. I could build the Hex Girls. Send triplets would be really fucking annoying to do, though. It's a really mean one. You have played against the Send triplets. How annoying is it? On a scale of 1 to 10. Fankeeper. Eight? Damn. I think then, if she's an 8, Don Andreas is probably the most fair version of this, where it's treasures, which I think is going to be the answer to what I'm looking for. I think Don Andreas is going to be the answer. Boop. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, create 2 tap treasure tokens. So we need to steal other people's shit. Hostage taker, let's go! Soul Ring. Arcane Signet, so I don't forget the 2, because I will forget the 2. You want a Tali Primal Storm, because we're going to be casting other people's shit. Take Hostage Taker. Enter the battlefield, you lose 2 life, and you create 2 treasures whenever one or more pirates you control deal combat damage to player. Exile top card. Ooh, Ramirez might actually be the answer. Hold on. As commander. He has some theft decks. He casts that card as long as Rain's exile. Ooh. Control permanency by playing your opponent's treasures equal to... interesting. Another player, pirate enters the battlefield and can control target and tap the creature Breaches is going in the deck. Raise and Plunder, Admiral Beckett Brass. Beginning of you intercept gain control target non-land permanent controlled by a player who has dealt combat damage by 3 more pirates this turn. Interesting. Thief of Sanity. Sanity. Cool. Beginning of key exile top extra turn X number of outlaws you control. I can't remember what outlaws are. Pirate, Rogue, Warlock, Assassin, Mercenary. Cool. So this will work perfectly. Master Flint is going in the deck. Stop different player's hand and put a creature card from under the battlefield under control, tapped and attacking the player. Planes are going to control. Let's put, not cast. We want to cast. We want Keen-Eyed Navigator in the deck. Direfleet Daredevil. When Direfleet enters the battlefield, exile target inserts a card from an opponent's graveyard. Direfleet Daredevil is actually going to be pretty decent for this, honestly. Because we'll steal that. Cool. Top 2 cards in opponent's library. Siphon Insight. Ins exile, Mob Rule, gain control of all creatures with the power of Forgrider. Mob Rule is just a win con for Don Andreas. That is just a win card. What the fuck? Mob Rule is going in as a win con. Holy shit. That's insane. Attacks ignore one or planeswalkers. Control exile the top card of that player's up. You may play that card from his Cunning Rhetoric. That's going to give us something good. Plarg, beginning of upkeep players. Plarg. Eager Pillager will go in the deck too. So top card of each opponent's library until entering you may cast a storm from exile cards. Can you spend buzzer color? We'll pass the game changes because we don't need those. Top 4 cards you can exile one of them face down, put the rest in the bottom of the library in a run order. You may cast a card for as long as Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Can't be blocked, whatever. Come down, show player that player exiles card from the top of their library into the exile and insert such a card. Cast a card without paying its mana cost. Mima is good. Saruman's Footman. We are doing some crazy shit already with this deck. This is going to be an interesting one to play against. Gain control target permanent. Beginning of the end step. If you control 3 more opponents you don't own, draw 3 cards. Agent of Treachery is expensive, but I think we'll be fine. Can control target creature until under tap it gains minus beast from his battlefield, tap it 6 counters out. Whenever creature does combat damage, just under untap the beast and draw a card. That's fine. Second Dragon. Top 2 cards are target opponent's library face down. It's gonna still. Creature attack deals combat damage player. Choose one. Goat target creature play controls. Goat is gonna be fun. Renzo. Fucking Goblin. Havoc Razor. Fucking Goblin ass bitch. Exotic card until. Yeah. Xanathar is going in here. Guess well, I don't own that player creature token. Night Minister. Some other people can get the tokens as well, but we'll get more out of treasure tokens than they do. So it's a neutral effect, but yeah. That's to incentivize us getting it, but we'll get it a little bit more. We need to punch up the stuff card that player's library. Twin spells to cast cost 1 less. Nightscape Familiar. So we're gonna be casting a lot of blue and red spells because everyone else does have blue and red spells. And we'll pull for when threat enters. I need Thieving Varmint is a good spell for this one. A good one for this deck specifically. Creature token, sacrifice 5 target control target creature as long as you control. Kellogg is gonna be there. We're gonna have a lot of treasure tokens anyways, so we're gonna have fine. You know, keep it all creature cards exiled geese on the battlefield under your control. Glorious Resurrector. Okay, so we need create a chapter token. Gem Cutter. Gem Cutter Buccaneer. We're gonna have a bunch of pirates anyways. Of course, our captain. Just combat damage and tap control after the combat phase. There's additional Port Razor. Honey Bones needs to go in the deck. Pickpocket. Kite Sail launch. Kite Sail Larcenist to steal shit from people is always funny. Speaking of which, Counterspell. When it taps an artifact for mana, gain control that artifact until the end of the next turn. Pitiless. I can't type. I can't type today. Elderbrain is just evil to play against. Until the end of turn, tap the opponent and against haste until end of turn. Thieving's Guide of gain control of target artifact, minify excess. And attach it to Weaving Skydiver. Gain control target your player as long as you control. Want some more pirates. Chaos Warp. What are we at? 38? Top 3 cards returned to one's library. That's fine. Opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. Memory Plunder will be a decent one to steal. Deadly Dispute, because we'll sacrifice their stuff. Let's look at the... Is your main exile? If you cast a spell, you may spend mana on ready. That's fine, whatever. You just spell counter this way, put that card in the battlefield under your control instead. Whoa, that's interesting. It's expensive, but interesting. Terminate. Village Rites. Control up to 3. Target not on turn and tap those creatures they bond. Rakdos Charm. Offer. You can't refuse. Corrupted Conviction. I'll give them Dark Ritual. They actually kind of want it, probably. Withering Torment. We do want Flinks. We can get rid of cards we've stolen this way. Blasphemous Act. Blasphemous Edict. I'll put both in, so we have 2 board wipes in the stack. They exile cards to the they exile another card, then they may cast that card without. And you may cast the card. Top other players already ensnared by mana deals damage equal to. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Mass Mutiny is a funny one. Feed this Swarm. We need that in the deck, so I don't have another deck. Because I'm stupid. Blood Money will be a card. It's not expensive. I mean, it's 7 mana, it's expensive. But that will be getting us a lot of treasure tokens. Let's go to utility artifacts before I forget. The Indomitable is interesting. Swiftfoot Boots, go in the deck. 10 draw, 13 ramp, there's some protection. Reverence buff and under control. Staff of Eden is an interesting one. Bidence. Until you exert and we cast a card. Chaos Wand. Without paying mana cost, and put the exile cards that were in cast away by the library. Court of Locthwain. So, then you may exile creature. Whenever creature controls this combat, player exile top card of that player's library face down. Rogue class. Alright, share the spoils. So then you can get other people's stuff a lot easier. Alright. Let's go by type. We have 30 creatures. Holy shit, this is a creature heavy deck. Fuck. We have currently 12 pirates in this deck. So cards up to his power from the owner's library. I mean, Coastal Piracy is always funny because we're doing pirate stuff. Deadman's Chest. Target controller run into the battlefield under your control. Virtue of Persistence will be an interesting endgame card to have. It's slow, but it is. Phyrexian Arena needs to go in the deck. Always. They have Category 16 draw. We have a finish with Port Racer, but that's not actually one of the finishers. Propaganda would be nice, but it's not what I really want. Ooh, that's actually a really good card. Charred Foyer. That's actually a really good card for this deck specifically. Asha, the Witch Queen, is going in the deck. And then those two. Oh, that's 70 cards. Fuck, I need to drop 4 cards. I that is the wrong Ramirez. Okay. Okay, I don't think View Environment makes the cut. It's one of the worst ones. I think I take out Blasphemous Act. And I think I take out Agent of Treachery too. That takes out 3 cards. I need to take out 2 more. For True Persistence is a little slow. I think it's not going to be there. It's fine. And then from here, we will do land stuff. Utility lands. Rogue's Passage. Bajuka Bog. Reliquary Tower. High markets going in this deck will be sacrificing other people's stuff. Phyrexian Towers going in the deck will be sacrificing other stuff. It's gonna be funny. Mirrorberg to move Yawgmoth. We'll go in the deck. Adawara. Arcane Lighthouse. So that's actually going to be useful for everyone. Okay, Numa. Bandit Meyer. Okay, let's go back to lands. Command Tower. Static Orchard. Path of Ancestry. Steam Vents. Watery Grave. Blood Crypt. Evolving Wild. Oh, not what I wanted. Evolving Wilds. Fuck. Evolving Wilds. Training Center. Luxury Suites. Perfect Pool. Temple of Epiphany. Temple of Deceit. Temple of Malice. What are the other bond lands real quick? So we have more for cool luxury suites. Do we have training center? We have training center. We have the 3, right? We have the 3. Cool. We have the 3 bond lands. From here, I think we're just... I think from here... do Bloodstained Mire, Hooded Delta, and Scalding Terrain. Scalding Tarn, sorry. And then I will use Swamp, Island, Mountain. What am I at? Mostly mountains are what I need. Five mountains, 2 swamps. Maybe 3. Two islands there. Should be 100 cards for here. We're pretty close to our totals, I think. I will drop off a mountain or 2. I think having them at 4 and 4 will be a better option. Actually, no. 3 and 5 is better. That is, I think, all we need. We have a wonky curve a little bit. Our weakest turn is going to be 3, but onwards we'll be stealing other players' cards, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright. Let's check the level of this deck. Core 2, which means I can add game changers, so it's getting 2 game changers. Opposition Agent would be fucking hilarious. Opposition Agent would fit into this so well. I'll drop Dead Man's Chest for Opposition Agents. We have a ton of draw already. How many tutors do I have in this deck? None. So I will give Vampiric or Demonic Tutor. I'll give them Demonic Tutor. So I'll take that out, and then... I think I'll take out Dark Ritual for it. So we can't, like, cheat a ton of stuff out. That should balance it out pretty decently. Oh. Look at that. Alright, that's 5 decks. Alright. Alright, so we have a Theft deck. We have a Spellslinger deck. We have a Grave Recursion deck. We have an Equipment deck. We have a Token deck. What else do we need? What other type of deck do we want? We need a Group Hug deck. Or Group Slug, I guess. I haven't done Yorlock yet. And I'm gonna do that. Last one, I swear. I swear, last deck. I swear, last deck. Last one, I swear. Hi, Carl. I swear it's the last one. Group Slug. We're giving people mana. Uh, Message what? Oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry. Mana Flare. She land here, she controls that was untapped at the beginning of the turn. Power Surge is gonna be funny. Uh. Uh. Harpy to Spring. I said that now. Zerta, Ancient. Maggots of the Vineyard. Or Vineyard. Yes! We are doing a lot of stuff. Rising Stone's going in here, because then we can keep our shit. Because we are going to be bitches. Hairvac, the Merciless is going in the deck. Let's lay him for a tap. Dictative Karametra. Yeah, lots of Magic the Gathering. Rugged Smothering. What else we want? Alright, skip over these until we get there. Alright. Ignoble Hierarch is what we're looking for this. It's gonna be good, actually. Scythe Claw. Stormfist Crusader. Owner point out disability of an artifact creature land. This isn't my ability. I need more cool stuff. Ferocidon. Ferocidon. There we go. Mogus goes in the deck. Lothus, God of Destiny. I know he goes in the deck. Fate Unraveler. Leyline Tyrant, so we don't lose red mana. Sunspire Lynx, the damage can't be avoided. How about Anarchomancer? Magus the Candelabra is going to be really funny. Omnath Focus of Mana goes in the deck, so we don't lose that. We need Steve in the deck. Nyx Bloom. I don't want Nyx Bloom, that's too much mana, I think. Herder Doomscourge will be in this, though. I think that'll be fine. Oh, I grabbed the wrong Omnath. Locus of Mana is the one I wanted. Scrawling Crawler. Shelter would be really funny, but I don't think I should do that. H-Wing Lizard. Do Rakdos Charm. Captain Trophy. Comet Storm. Heroic Intervention because they're in green. Yeah, I'm making a painful headache. I'm making a 6th deck so people have options to choose from. Beef Devil. Bolt Bend will be funny. Cultivate. Rampant Growth. Act. Blasphemous Edict. Farseek. Vandablast. Speaking of Vandablast, I have a Braid in here instead. I should have Vandablast in here instead. Lavalanche would be interesting. I'll give Torment of Hailfire as a finisher. So this would be a super thingy. Collective Voyage is gonna be funny. Attempt of Discovery. Harmonize. Eat the bones. Find blood. Oh, different. Phyrexian Arena. Battle of Recovery. What else we want? Swiftfoot boots are something we need in this deck for sure. Because we need... I'll put Lightning Goose in this deck as well. Opponent controls this top 4 mana, tap all lands. Here she can produce any type of mana that land can produce. That's mean. That's super mean. I don't want to put that in the deck. Rites of Flourishing. Sent into Avernus. Be funny. I need... When did I put Scytheclaw in this deck? Oh, I meant Scytheclaw Raptor is what I wanted. Scytheclaw Raptor is what I wanted. Let's take a look at the types I have. I have 20 creatures. I didn't put Soul Ring Arcane Singer in this deck. Like I said I would forget. I said I would forget, and I was forgetting. At 54, I need 10 more cards. Categories. I need some more draw. I really want to put Sheoldred in here, but Sheoldred is just going to be such a pain in the absolute ass. I'll put both Valgavoths in here, though. Because he will steal stuff from them. So if we can get to 9 mana, I mean, we're going to be there anyways. We're casting big stuff. Bloodletter. Whoops. I can't type. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Alright, from here on, we just need draw and nothing else. Because this deck is in desperate need of some draw. I mean, it needs other stuff too. Zozu. Zozu's the Punisher. Sulfim, Mayhem Dominus. We'll double our damages. I need more draw. I'll put Osier in here because I'm a little bitch. Sun and Blood, Read the Bones. We need more. I really need more draw. I have 22 ramp. I have so much ramp. What is her one? I need draw. I really need draw. Where is more draw? Cast a spell for its cleave. Dig Up might be an interesting one to have. Especially since we'll have access to that whole thing. Dark Deal. I need more draw. I mean, Bird would be nice too, but burn. Let's go to the. Let's like burn over here. See if there's any other burn cards that will go in this deck. I don't know. Rumple activates ability artifacts. Harsh Mentor is probably going to be a good one to put in here, actually. Rick Thar. He's a more burn, too. I think we'll have enough burn. I do need more draw. Well, that was 65, actually. I would love to have more draw. Whizzican Needlehead. We can do a little less. Specifically because we can. Is there any other sorcery draws that we need? I put one in. Let me look at all the draw in this deck. Deadly Dispute. That's not good enough for us. Night Whisper. Do I have Night Whisper in the deck already? No, I don't. Night's Whisper needs to be in the deck. Obscure Lucy Life. I mean, okay. Wait, Soccer Trap Scout. I wanted Soccer Trap Elder, but it's fine. Exquisite Blood, Fraxarina, Polluted Bonds. Underworld Dreams. That's the other one I wanted. Cool. Alright, from here. Oh, they don't have any planeswalkers. That's what fine. Rogue's Passage. Bajuka Bog. Yavimaya. Cradle of Growth. Okay, Urborg. Tomb of Yawgmoth. Reliquary Tower. Lair of the Hydra is actually a decent card for this one specifically. Seiju. Uh, Is there anything in here that I would have wanted? Not really. Command tower. Static orchard. Blood crypt. Stomping grounds. Overgrown tomb. I'll put the 2 more opponents' ones in, and then I am doing the rest as Underground Stadium, Spire Garden. 2 more opponents, 2 more opponents. Where is that? Luxury Suite. Luxury Suite. And then I'll also do Evolving Wilds, but then after that, it's all basic lands. Oh, Pathfinder, actually, never mind. Cool. Swamp, forest. Well, hold on. You have a specific one. Where are you at? Cabal coffers. Okay. What is my split at? I'm underproducing red by a lot. So 8 mountains. Two forests. Three swamps. One more swamp, one more mountain. That will be good. One more swamp. One more mountain. Actually, I want one more forest. Instead of a mountain. Okay, where am I at for this deck? This deck is a 2, which means we can now put in game changers. So we'll put 2 game changers in. Does this deck have tutors? It has 1 tutor, I think. Dig up. So we are going to remove dig up. And give them demonic tutor. And where is it? I'll remove this to be a little nice, and I'll replace it with Bowmasters, I think. Because they'll be burn, and they'll have the 2 game changers. So everyone is now A3 with 1 or 2 game changers, depending on how strong they are. I would love to give this deck another tutor, but I feel like if I give it another tutor, it might just go fucking crazy because it's always going to tutor for Torment of Hailfire. I think 1 tutor signifies it enough. You're burned. I don't know why you're not there. Alright. That is 6 decks I have made 3 hours. That is the end of the stream. TikTok, thank you for participating. Thank you for hanging out. We will have another stream where we have these decks play against each other. We will see Bruna deck already because we already have a volunteer for the Bruna deck. So we will have them see that, and then we'll go from there. I need to collect 2 other people. and then we will do a thing where they pick one of the decks, and I'll just pick from the leftover decks. Thank you all for participating. Au revoir, TikTok. And finally, Twitch, appreciate you so much. Love you.